Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Ashley, and in today's video we are doing some classic farmhouse DIYs, and I have been collecting quite a few things and projects that I have been wanting to do, and I just haven't had the time, but we do have time today. So I'm starting off with making a little, like, a wooden coaster. I found these little pieces of wood at Daiso. I distressed them and I made dings on them with my hammer, and then I used a wax. You can use anything, you can use paint, stain, whatever suits your decor the best. I'm going for a stain. I love wood stain because I can see the grain of the wood. So what I'm doing is just putting it all around the little piece of wood, and I can use this either as a coaster for my coffee, or I can use this as a riser for a candle. I love using risers for candles especially. And here's a little hack that I learned from my friend Genevieve. If you get some Q-tips and dip them into your stain or your paint, you can dab a little bit on the little holes that you made so you can get stain inside, and that way you won't be like missing any parts of the wood that you needed to cover. Now we're gonna go in with this tray that I found on the curb probably like a month ago. When I picked it up, I saw potential. I didn't like what it had on it. I wanted to make it more of my style, so I decided to paint it with this kind of like creamy white paint. It has a little bit of a yellow tint to it, but it's really pretty. Um, I decided to paint all of it. I was going to stain it and sand it down in the beginning, but I ended up painting it because my dining table is already dark, so I wanted some contrast. I went ahead and went in with that same stain that I used. This is actually a wax. So I love using this if I want to darken up any type of paint. It could be black, any color of paint that I have. I want to just give it a little bit of depth. I use this, and you can get this at Migman if you're here in Japan. And what I love about this is that it dries, like, it doesn't dry super quick. You have time to spread it around, and then if you mess up and you don't like how dark you put, you can go in with a rag and then just wipe it off before it dries. Right here I am putting the stain, and then I'm wiping off the excess because I don't want it to be super dark. I want it to be more of kind of like dirty looking, like dingy looking, primitive looking. So that's what I did here. And then I basically didn't spend anything on these projects. No, I didn't buy any paint or any stain. I just used what I had, and then just found this thing on the curb. I also distressed the edges because I wanted to give it more of a more worn in type of look. Next, we're gonna go in with this cute little stool that I got at an antique store. I love the red. I just don't have anything red in my house. I don't decorate with reds. So I ended up painting it. I was gonna go with black, but I ended up using this sagey green color. It kind of looks like the same paint that I used earlier on the tray, but it's not. It's more of a sage green, and it looks super pretty. I didn't show it on the video, but I also went in with the wax to just darken it up just a little bit. I wanted to give it a little bit more depth. I just love the look of old looking furniture. This is from an antique store. I don't know how old it is. It probably isn't that old. It just looked like that, and it looked like it was outside of somebody's house. But I'm using it inside my house, and I ended up using a crock on top of it. I will show you guys in the next few clips, but I love this little stool. I cleaned it up real nice because I also plan on using this on the dining table at some point. Next, I'm going to go in with this sign. I found this sign on the curb, but I ended up painting black on it, or like a grayish black paint on it, because I didn't like what it said, and I decided to make my own sign. Um, I used my Cricut Maker to cut out the decal, and I'm using the Bible verse, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So I ended up doing that. I have been wanting to start incorporating more wordy signs in my home, and I had that mentality where I don't want to have any word signs in my house because I started thinking that it was tacky because I was so like I was consuming so much social media on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, like all those places where trends are coming out like I feel like a trend is coming out every second, that sometimes it's overwhelming and we feel, or me personally, I felt like my house was not up to the standard of other people because I was constantly comparing my home with other people. Comparison is a thief of joy, and it definitely is. It makes you feel like you're not worthy of the things that you have. And I don't want to feel like that. And that is a really, like, my home plays a really big part of it. So I recently watched a video of my friend Genevieve where she was talking about that she stopped consuming like social media as far as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, because she felt like there was so much negativity. And I 100% agree with her. I felt like that too. And I do still sometimes feel like that with social media. I don't have TikTok or Facebook. I rarely use it. I do have Instagram because I love posting my videos or reels and stuff like that. But it can definitely get very overwhelming comparing your home with other people's houses. And I felt like having signs with words was not in anymore. And who am I kidding? I've always loved that and I'm going back to it. And I don't care what anyone says. It was all the rage back then. It is all the rage in my house now.